Before he ever stepped onto the pitch at Stamford Bridge, before the Champions League trophies and deafening crowds, Didier Drogba was just a 5-year-old boy with a paper tag tied around his neck. It read, Didier Drogba to meet Michel Goba in Paris. That's how his journey began, alone, on a plane from Abidjan to France. His parents, struggling through tough times in Ivory Coast, believed sending him to live with his uncle, a professional footballer, might offer him a better life. But for young Didier, it was heartbreak. He cried almost every night. He missed home. He missed his family. In the northern towns of France, his uncle Michel trained him, not just with footballs, but with discipline. In the rain, on cold, muddy fields, Drogba learned how to be strong. But just as he was beginning to settle, 3 years later, his life changed again. He returned home to Abidjan. He thought he was going home to stay. But what he returned to was poverty and instability. His parents had lost their jobs. Football, for a while, faded into makeshift games in parking lots and dirt alleys. By the time he was 11, his family couldn't make it work anymore. He was sent back to France, this time for good. Life didn't suddenly get easier. They squeezed into a small apartment near Paris, 7 people sharing a home. School was difficult. He was shy, behind in his studies, and because of poor grades, he wasn't allowed to play football for a time. But that wouldn't stop him. Didier studied harder. He got his grades up, and when he returned to the pitch, he played like he had something to prove. While most top players his age were already in elite academies, Drogba was barely starting out, playing for a small local club, Levallois, and working part-time. He didn't break into the professional ranks until he was 21. He was a late bloomer, but when he bloomed, he exploded. From Guingamp to Marseille to Chelsea, Drogba rose fast. At Stamford Bridge, he became the man for the big moments. He didn't just score, he delivered when it mattered most. In 2012, with the Champions League on the line, he scored a thunderous header to keep Chelsea alive. Then, in the penalty shootout, he took the final shot and buried it. Chelsea were champions of Europe for the first time ever. But Drogba's biggest goal wasn't on the pitch. After Ivory Coast qualified for the 2006 World Cup, he did something unthinkable. In front of cameras, he knelt down and begged the warring factions in his country to put down their weapons, and they listened. The civil war stopped. For a moment, football gave the nation something deeper than it gave them peace. Didier Drogba was more than a striker. He was a symbol, a leader, a bridge between people, between power and hope, from a boy with a name tag on his chest to a man who carried a nation on his back.